Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. This is Empress Zaria live on Trenchtown Radio. I'm checking in with you. It is about 11:05 a.m. in Jamaica right now. I'm broadcasting from Villa Lalibella in Coral Gardens, Jamaica, where it is let's see, balmy, what's 31 degrees Fahrenheit and not Celsius. Not too sure what that converts to, but it's nice weather. It's not snowing, it's beautiful. I gave you a little glimpse earlier of the view, and I came this side to broadcast so that you could hear me. My audio would be, hopefully you can hear me. I haven't checked it out yet, but um, I did an earlier broadcast where I have been journeying down this pathway of exploring what it is to be Rastafari and what that all means. And as a part of that exploration, I've started doing some readings of His Majesty, and one of the central points at which I am continuing my journey is at the speech that he gave, His Majesty gave at the launching of the African Union, just today known as the African Union. Um, and I often use a quote that I took from that initial um, speech that His Majesty gave. And the piece of it talks about the time would come when we as a people, the African people, for lack of a better word, some say prisoners of war, some say Ethiopians, some say Moors, Maroons, all kinds of things, copper colored people. So, those of us who were taken from the motherland and brought here, there's some who came here on their own. And so, His Majesty was giving a speech, and he talked about when there'd come this time when we are called to do and to be things that, or do things that we were ill prepared to do. Our education didn't prepare us, our environment didn't prepare us, but we were going to be called to do it. And so I like to walk through what that would look like when you're going through a period where you're having to figure things out on your own while having to overcome your own shadows and the emotional fallout of parents who were the children of people who arrived on this island under some pretty rough circumstances. And so, whether you were one of those that were brought in that way or others who came prior to that and subsequent to that, um, how are we all going to engage in this new space that we're in, not knowing which of these places we came from, these groups? And so we marry and we engage with each other and we're dealing with all sorts of things as a people. And we're seeing it play out in our relationships, all of them, how we engage with each other as people, as parents, as children, all kinds of things. Can you imagine having to emerge from that and engage with other people in a civil, loving, kind manner? You know, um, we're seeing it all play out right now in our own personal lives. And it's time to pause for a minute and just say, wait a minute, where are we coming from and where are we going? And His Majesty, in terms of his leadership and his lineage, coming from a line of wise rulers, it's good to, it's to me, it's a good place to start in our history in terms of why he gave the speech that he gave at the time that he gave it, and where we are in terms of the time at which that speech was given and now. See, we've been colonized for so long. There are things that we're doing that is not natural to us as a people. And His Majesty, as with others who've come forward to guide us, set an example. And I wanted to explore, in particular, the example that His Majesty set with the Empress that he chose to wed, and his treatment of her publicly, globally. It had significance and it had meaning. And as I look into